It's airnetwork.net and 94.1 FM in Huntingdon as we get set for high school football. We'll be kicking things off Friday night. Mount Union coming into town to take on their county rival, the Huntingdon Bearcats. And the announcers this year, by the way, we're excited because Chad States, the stat man, was with us last year. Joining us this year, it is my good friend, Dave Shannon, the voice of the Huntingdon Bearcats, as it were, because he'll be taking us throughout most of the school year, of course, with live broadcasts of all the sports here on the Air Network, except, by the way, wrestling, Chad, just in case you're wondering. Meanwhile, hey, Chad States and Dave Shannon, you guys ready?
We are.
How can you not be?
Man.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, it's exciting. You guys were down at the Media Day last Friday as you got a chance, Dave, especially you, to talk to some of the players and some of the coaches. Are these guys ready to go and ready to rock and roll?
Well, I'll tell you, some may be able to better answer that. Just out of curiosity, Chad, how did they do in that scrimmage against Somerset?
I don't know. I'm not a big scrimmage guy, other than knowing that their defense played very well, and obviously at this part of the season, your defense is usually ahead of your offense, which is a good thing for Huntington because offensively, I think they're loaded. Defensively is where they have been subject to. Having holes, exposed the last couple of years. But this year, defensively, they're saying that they're ahead of the ball game, and that usually spells good news. Now, did they win a scrimmage? Nobody wins a scrimmage.
Yeah.
I just got asked that this week. I'm like, are you kidding me? Nobody wins a scrimmage, for crying out loud. But, the talent is there. It is a deep team. It's the best team that Mike Hootie has had since he started becoming the head coach in Huntington. So, we're going to see what they have on Friday night because Mount Union's a pretty talented squad in their own right. They've got some good players on that team that can present Huntington with some problems, specifically up front.
Hey,
now,
Chad,
one of the things that I know we talked about last week was the predominance of the running game for the Huntingdon Bearcats. I would assume that's still going to be a big part of their game.
Absolutely, it will be. But also, they have extreme depth at the wide receiver position. So this year, I look for them to run multiple set offense. I think you're going to see them run out of an I formation. I think you're going to see them run out of a spread formation. I think you're going to see them run out of a no-back formation. Obviously, a shotgun formation. You're going to see multiple looks out of that Huntington offense because they had the ability to do that with the personnel that they have.
And one of the things that it's become a popular play for a lot of offenses over the past couple of years is the jet sweep. I would assume that we'll probably see that.
Yes, and they ran that last year. In fact, Jonathan Price, their senior wide receiver who broke the single-game receiving yards record last year, got most of his 111 yards that he had on those jet sweeps. So, yes, I think you will see that. I don't know how, I would say probably maybe 5 or 6 times over the course of the year we're going to see that. Obviously, it's not something that you want to run every game, but they don't just have him. They've got other receivers that they can throw in there as well. So, again, multiple looks out of the Huntington offense for the first time really in a long time because they have the personnel to be able to do it.
That's all. That really sounds like some good stuff. And, of course, the team got some playoff experience last year, too.
Yeah, they defeated Forest Hills last year. And
which is never easy.
No, it's not. In last year, although Forest Hills was kind of a one-man show with with quarterback Adam Cesare, and he is a fantastic talent, and I look for them to be back in the playoffs this year. But what Huntington got was a lot of good experience in those playoffs, specifically against a very good and talented Central team, who they gave everything that they wanted to in the district semifinal game. So, again, Huntington should be one of the better teams in the area for sure, and we're going to see that hopefully on Friday night.
Who are some of the players coming back, by the way? Who do you have coming back this year, Chad?
What's that?
Who are some of the returning players that we need to look for?
Actually, Huntington returns just about everybody that started last year. Andrew Hootie at quarterback, Ian Border at running back. You'll have Jonathan Price as a wide receiver. The line is stacked. They're going to have Ben Briggs at tight end. They'll have a sophomore and Isaiah Reed at center. Then your guards are going to be senior laden with Owen Kaufman and Lance Brown. You might have Alex Mikett up here on that line somewhere, either as a tackle or a tight end. And then on the flip side, on the defensive side of the ball, they really only have to replace two productive seniors that they lost last year in middle linebacker Dylan Newingham and defensive lineman Zeb Fowler. And I really think they're going to be able to plug those holes with folks like Ben Briggs and Isaiah Reed and then newcomer Ryan Corey at the linebacker position. But the strength of the Huntingdon defense will be in the secondary. They've got two outstanding quarterbacks in Jarris Warner and Jonathan Price, and also their safeties are just – these guys can not only – come up and hit you and smack you in the run game and want to do that, but they've also got really, really good speed to be able to cover any receiver that's coming over the middle, and that's Drew Weglars and Andrew Finkel. So again, I'm really looking forward to seeing not the offensive side of the ball, because that's not so much of a mystery. I want to see what Huntingdon poses on defense this year, because that's not been an area of strength,
right? And
I really think it's going to be this year.
Okay.
And one of the things that I was going to tell you, Greg, about Warner was the fact that I was standing there with Chad talking about Jarris before we had the introductions and everything, and I said, that kid looks like a football player. Just the way he carries himself, the way he looks in the uniform, it's just like, yep. That's a football player. He is an impressive-looking young man. It's good to hear Chad say that he's going to be contributing to this team in a big way this year.
Well, they have they got some good all-round athletes there again, right, Chad?
Yes, absolutely. It's one of the deeper teams that Mike Hootie has had, if not the deepest team that he has had. It is by far his most talented team, and his best opportunity to be able to really go after a District 6 title and a little bit deeper this year in the playoffs, which Huntingdon used to be accustomed to back in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Well, we wish the Bearcats the best
Greg,
of luck.
The big question for you, Greg, is the parking lot ready now?
Oh, I don't know. I have not seen it. I think they had it all tore up down there by the waterworks. Yeah.
It looked like a moonscape last week.
Yeah, I think they're resurfacing down there, but I don't think they've gotten that far yet, Dave. So, hey, the first one's in, get a parking spot. Everybody else is going to have to walk. Or pay that, or hey, Chad, or pay that $3 or $5 over the Armory.
Yeah, and that's bad news for the Mount Union game, because you need that parking lot cleared out. There's going to be a lot of people there. So
I know. Well,
it can be difficult.
They'll be walking from over there at the Carpet One store. I mean, it's going to be just jam-packed. So, hey, all I can say is get there early, folks. It's going to be an exciting game, and we're looking forward to bringing you an exciting season of Bearcat football, all 10 games, home and away on the Air Network, and also Community FM 94.1 FM. Want to shout out to our sponsors real quick before we wrap up this preview. Want to say thank you very much to Moose Family Center 223, also to DC Goodman and Sons and the Goodman family. Mike Simone, Chiropractic. Hey, thank you, Mike. In addition to Austin Smith, of course, Heating and Plumbing, and our good friends, Dave, as always, Penswoods.net. Those guys came through for us, at least for football season, and I've been mentioning that if you would like to be a booster or a sponsor on our broadcast, call us up Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 at 814-667-7195. It's not too late to get in. That's 667-7195. Hey, so I guess Dave will be talking to you somewhere around 6:45 tomorrow night?
Yeah, that would sound to be about correct. So we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to being in the booth with Chad again. We had a fun time doing the Huntingdon baseball game there at Blair County Ballpark. And, looking forward to working together again. And
Chad will be a wealth of information, Chad, because I know you just sent us something via email the other day, and it was like the whole history of Huntingdon, at least 1 year of it. So I'm waiting for your movie or your book to come out.
Well, I need people to buy it first.
I'll be your agent, man. Hey, listen, I'll be your agent, dude.
That's good. That's what I'd need to be able to do something like that. That's for sure.
All right. Hey, good best of luck to you guys tomorrow. Have lots of fun. Meanwhile, don't forget, join us tomorrow night, 6:45 pregame show as we get into the first game of our season. The Huntingdon Bearcats, of course, hosting the Mount Union Trojans in that county-wide rivalry, and there is none better, really, if you think about it, and it's going on forever. So we wish the Bearcats the best of luck here on the airnetwork.net and 94.1 FM.